when you do PC builds is that you learn as you go along. Because there are things that you will bump into that you will have to go through. But once you learn them, you'll never unlearn them as long as you live. You will never unlearn it. How do we get the thing to run? I'll tell you how. So, no instructions in the box. And then there's no information on where to plug the power source at for the power switches to get it running. There's nothing there at all, period. There's nothing. It's just these color codes in there. Like, how to pick up the color codes unless my power supply cables are color code? Then I would know all this. This would be easy to do. But how I had to find out was I had to go to my phone. Okay. I couldn't find anybody on YouTube who had this motherboard. Guess I'll be the first. And basically how to figure out how to get the switches to connect to the motherboard. So basically I had to go into my account on Amazon, pull up the motherboard. Thank goodness they had a whole layout of this thing, and blow that up and figure out exactly where the switches were at, which the switches are interesting because they're right over top. There's nothing there telling you that where they go. Nothing. And usually when you put motherboards in, it's very easy. When you look at my motherboard, it tells you where everything is at. It tells you where everything at on the board that you need to run for USB, speakers, all that. But when it comes to the switches to actually activate this thing, there's no information on it anywhere. So I'm glad to be the first one to be doing a video on this motherboard telling you exactly where to put the switches at to be to activate the board. Other than that, you see it's working quite nicely. So just want to come on and give you the update. Yeah, I got it running. I'm pretty sure the trolls were sitting back there thinking like, oh, he can't get his system running. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. I'm pretty sure they're back there probably ranting about that. Let me tell you something. I keep explaining to you, God hears all that. God hears all your rejoicing and praise to the devil that you think my PC, come on, I've been building machines for years, man. I've been doing this for years. Any PC builder will tell you from the door that you're going to run into all kinds of complications. Even in the simplest build, you're going to run into the most craziest stuff. But this is how you learn. So I learned about these motherboards now. I know anytime I get one of these, I know how to get this thing online and get it running just like that. If I have a job coming up, which I don't want to do PC repairs ever again, I'm done with it. I'm happy where I'm at. But if it did come across one of these boards, I know it already. And this is the reason why you have to basically put the time in. I'm joking, but yeah, I'm glad I had this done. So I'm not even done yet. I still gotta get the wiring and all that done. So cooling activated, systems working, CPU's running. If it wasn't, we'd be getting beeps going off left and right because the motherboard would be rejecting everything. Like beep, 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 beep. That'll be going off. None of this be powering on, but everything's running. But literally, to find those switches, freaking headache. It's a freaking headache to find them. And you will not get instructions in the box. There's nothing in the box saying anything about it. Couldn't find a YouTube video on it. And Lord told me to go look at my phone, pulled up the motherboard, and there it was. Basically, not instructions, but telling you where those pins are at. Oh, man. It's the easy part. Put it all together and be done. I love that micro board, man. I think it's a baby micro ATX because it's not a TATX. It's not that. Or is it? It's kind of small, though. But I like it. Other than that, yeah, everything's running. So now we got to do now is just basically clean up this mess a little bit because this is looking like a horror show in here right now. And see if the SATA drive should be able, the SATA cable should be able to reach. I wonder how long that other one was. Probably was actually longer than the ones that I purchased because they didn't give me, some ones weren't long at all, period. But it's red. I want mine to be all in black. Put it all together and make it complete. Yeah, it's not that, at the end of the day, hard to put them together. It's just sometimes you're going to run into some stuff at the end of the day that you're going to have to figure it out yourself. You are tech support. That's what it comes down to. You are technically tech support. So anything involving programming and all that stuff, you're tech support. I do like this motherboard because out of all the other motherboards, it sticks up to an i7. So I forgot how high this is, the i7 I've been using on this, but it does have an M2 slot in it. So right there it has an M2 solid state drive slot if I ever want to put one in there. And I think I'm going to put one in there just for kicks and giggles. Or is it just my arcade board? Alright. There we go. It should fit. Yeah, that'll definitely fit. It'll fit right from there. So we can put our hard drive in. All right, people. I am going to go in and, yeah, we got it all running. I'm going to go in and basically, oh, shuts off beautifully. That's the thing about the Dells. The Dells, you swap that out, boy, you get all kinds of notifications popping up. We're not going to get rid of that board. I'm going to go pick me up an i5. I got a nice i5 I'm looking at right now. I'm going to bring that board back to life, put everything back together again on it, and then I'm going to test that board to see if I can get around that whole thing. Bring a liquid cooling system in just to put it on there, see what we can do to get around that. All right, I'm finished building my PC, and then, yeah, happy about that. Got to go, and God bless.